We'll have a moment for public comment. Since we have no public in attendance at this time, we'll move immediately to the approval of meeting minutes as provided. And we have first, October 7th, 2024. We have the meeting minutes from that prepared for us, and we have had the opportunity to review those. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the meeting minutes from October 7th.
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve the meeting minutes from October 7th. Any comments or concerns? Nothing noted. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, those are approved. The meeting minutes.
I would just say on those, I believe I was at that one in person, not via phone. But
Oh, okay,
Oh,
That's
yeah,
okay.
I changed that after the fact, sorry.
okay.
no big deal.
Okay, so moving on to October 10th meeting minutes. That was an afternoon meeting, 3:30 PM. Do we have a motion?
I move to approve the meeting minutes from October 10th.
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve the meeting minutes from Thursday, October 10th, and these would be for public release. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Again, I think that was when I was in person for, so we'll just change that.
Did I didn't change that one either?
Or was I? Was I on phone for that one?
No.
No, okay.
So I have both of them there? Okay,
So I
sorry.
just carried over.
I did, sorry about that.
And then I move to approve the executive session minutes not for release from Thursday, October 10th.
Second that?
We have a motion made and seconded to release the executive session meeting minutes for Thursday, October 10th. These would not be for public release. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good evening.
Hello.
Hey, Tom.
I was wondering if there'd be standing room only.
Not tonight, I guess.
No.
Okay, town administrator report.
Yep, so I just wanted to say I sent over the highway bids and submitted them to legal, so I'm just waiting for the contracts to come back. They've already acknowledged they've received them. There's quite a few contracts though, so it may take about a week or two hopefully, and then once they come out, I'll send them out to get signed.
These are the
Chapter 90.
Chapter 90, which would position us well for the spring,
Yes.
to be able to go out immediately and to do work. That's great. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for doing that.
Yep, and also we've been very busy in the office doing the DPW positions. All applicants that come in, we send them over to the interim superintendent, so they have all that, so good communication has been had there. Our fraud assessment is almost completed. We have a final meeting this week, and hopefully that will be out for your review. And last thing, happy to announce that our painting will be going in November 6th, and our offices down here, and November 18th for our carpet. So hopefully by December 1st, Sandy and I can start.
Merry Christmas.
transitioning.
Yeah, right.
Yay.
Anything else, Tammy?
No, that's it.
Select board reports?
I have nothing.
John?
Just that I'll be meeting with Tammy with Markham to go over the initial fraud assessment for the town. Also continuing efforts on various grants. I know Tammy's taking some classes with that, and we're working with CMRPC and anyone else involved to make sure those keep moving along.
Okay. It appears that by popular demand, I am probably going to be the person working on the renewal of the cable television license with Charter Spectrum Communications Corporation. I would welcome anyone else who would like to take that
You
responsibility.
do a great job.
Yeah, right. We have consulted,
Thank you for volunteering.
we consulted with an attorney today who is going to be meeting with Tammy and I via phone at 11:30 on Wednesday to begin the process. One thing that we're concerned about is, paying for the legal. We think this may be a PEG thing since it's, he will know.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to figure out what it may cost us for legal advice. It's a process. We've got 2.5 months to get it done. It may not be long enough, depending on what's on his table, but he immediately responded to us as if he was ready to go. So hopefully we'll be ready to lock this up. Tammy, would you be so kind as to, and Sandy, whomever, do we have a cable commission or committee?
That would be Joshua Smith.
Okay, are there people on that with him?
Nobody wanted to get reappointed, so there's
So no one wanted,
one or two positions open.
okay. Would you mind putting that out, or is it
It's
constant?
already on the
It's
web.
already been up, okay. Well,
Website.
I will speak with Joshua about that, but he's pretty much,
Okay.
indicated that it's the responsibility of the select board, so I will certainly welcome his participation, should he so desire. Anything else from anyone else? Okay, correspondence, Tammy, anything of significance to either one of, all of us?
Nope.
Okay. New business, interdepartmental transfers, that is kind of wrapping up, work in our budgeting area for FY '24. Tammy and I did meet with the Budget and Finance Committee about 2 weeks ago now, or a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and had the conversation about this. They approved the transfers as fashioned by Tammy in order to kind of finalize the line items on the FY '24 budget. So if you want to add to that?
Just that we
We
need
have
that
to do it, too.
yeah, we need to do that to close our books and move forward. With that being said, hopefully things just keep continuing moving on a timely
Yep.
fashion.
I've had the opportunity to review that with the Budget and Finance Committee and Tammy, but I don't know if other people have any kind of questions or concerns about that, the information and document that she's provided for you. Seeing and hearing none, I would ask that we have a motion to approve the interdepartmental transfers for FY '24 as presented to the Budget and Finance Committee and unanimously approved at their level, so that we can continue to close the books for FY '24.
I move the approval of the FY '24 interdepartmental transfers.
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve the FY '24 interdepartmental transfers for FY '24. Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now I'm gonna send this is going to be what I will call the John Dixon Show. As we get to Williamsville Road Drainage and Roadway Design, request for proposal or RFP, and a road paving list, Williamsville Road overlay. And I guess I think we're running with the weather and Palmer Paving closing his plant. But anyway, we'll
Yep.
go on.
Yeah, so, well, the first one, Williamsville Road Drainage and Roadway Design, request for proposals. So, similar to what we talked about for Town Farm Road, a few meetings ago, what we would do is we would put that out for design. There is already a water design that's been created for Williamsville Road, but we don't have drainage, and roadway design. So without, proper drainage, there's the concern that everything on that hill will just get eroded away quickly, if it's, when it's repaved. So the idea would be to get a request for proposals and essentially add that to our request for proposals for Town Farm Road, so that we would be getting,
Who would do the RFP?
so we need to send that out, and then what would happen at that point is, engineering companies that are interested in would send their qualifications,
Yeah,
their proposals,
Mhm.
For how they would,
So-
what their cost would be to design it, things like that, and from there, we can say, if this is worth it, or this is not, which company we would wanna go with, and presumably from there, we would pick a company to design the drainage for these roads.
it might be before your time, either time, but I remember when they did the design, when they did the plans for the actual water system and so forth.
Yeah, for the water system.
I think there may have been a design.
I believe there was.
And I only say that because I can remember them rolling in the room and saying that the design, actually to do it, was $1 million to do the work.
My
And
understanding
that's-
was that was just for the water, not
Yeah.
for the drainage.
See,
Okay.
I don't know exactly. I spoke,
Yeah, we can,
We can dig around in the files
see
and
if we
find
can find them.
that. Okay.
I know there was talk about where, the direction of the water and the head wall, where they're gonna put it all. So I kind of think there was some drainage talked about on that. I don't know. But if in fact there is a portion of that is outlined, could we take that as far as the scope of work? Could we take that and use that as our request for proposal?
Let's go
For
forward.
the scope of, if it's.
You know what I mean?
if
'Cause it's already
done,
done.
there's no point
That's
in
what I'm
having
saying.
to
Can we-
redesign, right.
Out of that portion of it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
answer
Absolutely,
this
if that's
question for
already
me.
done.
The cost for, choosing to design this, okay, is that chapter 90 eligible?
It should be for.
Drainage,
Okay.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
drainage
For
it is,
drainage, but not
for
for
water,
water?
it's not, correct.
Okay,
Oh, so-
so there'd be a portion of this that we would have to locally fund.
Well, okay, Okay, so we're kind of talking about two different things. So as far as design goes, I know the water is already designed,
Okay?
so we're not, and then this would be just to get proposals for what it would cost to do design for the drainage,
Mhm.
essentially.
What's it designed
When it comes to construction part, yes, the water system would have to be funded separately from the road and the drainage. And that, you know, is up there in price from what I
Yeah.
understand.
For sure.
So if that price does include any drainage and roadway, we just need that to get broken down into participating and
Well,
non-participating
do we
items.
want to take action on this tonight, or do we want to check out the specifics of this before we decide if we're requesting what we're requesting the RFP for?
Right, so, yeah, we can look at those plans.
The
in more
drawings,
detail.
yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
that would be something we would do at our next meeting.
Yeah, at the DPW commission meeting,
We can put it
the
on.
understanding seemed to be that it was just water, but we can take a closer look before moving forward.
Sounds good. Okay, moving along then to the road paving list, considering the Williamsville Road overlay
Yeah,
potential
considering,
project for this fall.
yep, so I did speak with our interim DPW director earlier, or communicated with him. We haven't heard back from Palmer Paving if it would be an option, and generally speaking, putting an overlay on a road like that is kind of a waste of money. It's gonna fall back
Band-Aid.
apart
It
pretty
is a
quickly.
Band-Aid,
So we can put something on there to get it through maybe a year and a half, or we can continue filling potholes and work on getting it properly set up to drain and do the full reconstruction that it needs.
It might be worth like a spot overlays in different places. I know, you know, like you said, it is a Band-Aid, but as far as the plowing and, you know, ice removal and all that, you know, I mean, it might be to go over the worst sections. I believe they did that already going up the hill on the right-hand
Yeah,
side. They did do
that's
that.
what was.
And it's held together pretty well. I mean, it's not forever, obviously, but
A few
little
years
now, a little
maybe.
later, type thing.
And I think for Williamsville, that would hold together for a few years. So Town Farm Road had also been discussed at the DPW commission meeting as a possibility, and that would get torn apart very quickly with how difficult the drainage is there.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I think
Not
that,
that being properly designed.
I think that Palmer Paving is probably very close to being done, but, I mean, if we can get someone
I
to,
mean, yeah,
did
if we
Tom,
wanted to,
did Tom check with them, do you know?
yeah, he hadn't heard back from them.
Okay,
So we could, if we wanted to, we could approve it so that it could be done if the opportunity's there, but we, you know, if we think it's a waste of money, there's no point in doing
I
that.
kind of think you've convinced me that it's a waste of money.
I mean,
I drove it again today, up and
Yeah.
down and stuff, and I said, well, like you say, there's a
It definitely
section.
There's some really rough
there's a
spots.
section
it
of it that's
absolutely
really bad.
needs holes filled.
Yeah,
It's a tough one, honestly, because it's a short-term fix.
mhm.
It is.
Chapter 90 eligible,
It
but
is chapter
only,
90. yeah.
only if they're available to do it.
Right, and we don't know that they're available to do it, so.
Okay, do you want to make a motion to, if Palmer Paving is available, you know, with their plant still open, that we would consider at least a portion for
I mean, we could also, you know, put it on the list to the discretion of our DPW superintendent.
okay.
So if we approve it, doesn't necessarily mean it has to get done by then. We can, you know, leave it up to the judgment there. It's a tough one, honestly, for that road.
At this time.
At
It
this
is,
point,
it
yeah.
is.
I'd love to see the whole thing, you know, I mean, it needs to be reconstructed.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure.
but you can't do half, you know what I mean? We have to do it all, you know what I
Right.
mean? Yeah,
Right,
that's-
and it'd be foolish to reconstruct it without having the funding for the water, only to have the water system break
Right.
down in the future.
Yeah,
And I do believe they're going to, you guys might remember, I don't remember, it's kind of before my time, but didn't they want to extend the water
They-
up over the top a little further?
They
Or
decided not to
They
do that,
decided
from
not to
what I
do it, okay.
gather.
So,
Well, I'll entertain a motion, we have one.
yeah, I would move to add an overlay for Williamsville Road to the road paving list.
I'd second that.
Okay, we have a motion made and seconded to add to the road paving list Williamsville Road. Those in favor?
I,
And that essentially gives our interim superintendent the authority to go ahead and do that if we need to.
Or not?
Or if we have the ability to.
Okay.
There is, has anybody looked into our chapter 90 availability balance?
I haven't recently.
Yeah, I wanna say it's 1.4 or 1.6.
It's gotta be,
Does
it's
that sound about
gotta
right?
be close.
Somewhere around
It's
there.
nearly
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, because we got the 258 for a fair share,
Mm-hmm.
something like that, and then another 160 from something, and then with the 2 years of the 430, and
It's up there.
But imagine it probably would only do the full
Yeah, it doesn't
operation.
go as far as you think
It
would,
doesn't go
but-
as far as you
No.
think.
no, I know it doesn't. I
But,
know
I
where
mean,
it
it would
goes.
certainly take care of a lot of,
Yep.
of
Yeah.
stuff that we've got going. Let me ask you, too, a dumb question, that, when we talk about grading the roads, that seems to be an issue for the interim DPW guy as well. Of course, we have a grader that is not, I guess, suitable. It's gonna cost us about $2,200 a mile,
No, a day,
a day,
a day.
so that's not a mile.
That's,
And at least currently, we have no one in-house who can grade. I guess it's not an easy thing. And we don't have a grader that's, unless it's operational now, a lot of our equipment has been fixed. Maybe not that.
I don't think that has.
Okay, so at any
I
rate,
think
is that
the
anything?
Plowing trucks are the higher priority, getting fixed
Yeah.
right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, all I know is that the people who are plowing say, or who seem to be expert in that, said, if you can get some of the really tough roads graded before snow flies, it is way easier to do the plowing. I think Scott Churchill was the one who said to me that that would be helpful if we could do it.
Yeah.
Now, we can hire it out, but that's an amount, I don't know, does that come out of chapter 90?
Does it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it would be.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask another dumb question anyway, okay, number 2, dumb question. There's no question that even with the individuals who are reviewing the condition of some of our, machinery, that the front end loader is, we have 2 of them, old as me almost, and they're in very poor condition. That is something chapter 90 could cover. No, wouldn't cover it?
I asked about that one specifically with our
Okay, I was
the
hoping,
district rep.
okay, because I know that
What was that? I didn't
Chapter
follow.
Front
90
loader, we
to-
can't
to
use chapter
get it-
94.
chapter
Oh.
90, get a front end loader.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, we
You can't use that for that?
chapter 94.
Okay.
No.
Okay, because some people said at that meeting, yes, you can, other people said, no, you can't.
Yeah, it
so-
was one of those, maybe we can, but we think we've looked into it before and
Okay,
following up with that.
it's just that is a problem, and if that goes, south during salt and sanding, we're in trouble.
Well, there's rentals, we
There's
can rent,
rental.
at least, we can always bail out with a rental or something like that.
Yeah, well, that may not be a bad idea to have that all ready
Yeah,
to go.
lined up,
Was that
Okay,
one of the items on the?
because there was a lot of equipment out
Yeah,
there.
there's a
you
lot
can
of
rent.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
when the snow
Let
starts,
me
you
use
have to lose
trucks,
it
too.
quickly.
might have
let me
been,
use trucks.
Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, there is.
that
There
might have
is.
been one of the pieces of equipment on the bid list that we approved. Can
Okay.
double check that.
There's a copy in the minutes you just approved.
Oh, right.
I put C attached, so.
This one?
What is that? This?
I had the bid list attached. It's not there?
Yeah, it is.
It's not that one, John, because it was just the only one on the agenda.
It's kind of in paragraph form.
Yeah,
It's not in a list, so to speak, it's in a paragraph with everything listed.
Nope, there, it is attached to
Yeah,
the
I
list.
they
did
get that one,
attach
okay.
because it was kind of hard
Oh,
to
yeah,
read.
yeah.
Yeah. A 3-yard loader without an operator, we do have an approved bid for that. It's at $7.95 per hour.
Per hour?
No, that can't be right.
Is
It is. It's very high, but it's,
Who is the,
Herc Rentals.
okay, here's, I have the,
That's
Would you
all,
consider buying a used one?
I mean, I don't think we're
That's-
gonna have a choice other than to do something like that, Joe.
here's
Brookside
the, I had to
Rentals.
give it to the
Yeah.
attorney, so
Mhm.
I look at it.
Brookside?
yeah, well, we definitely have to look into,
Yeah, so
Our
one of
equipment
them was
purchase.
using a rental.
it's not,
Yeah, no, I
Is it
haven't
$7.95,
here.
yeah?
I didn't see that in there.
If
but
that's correct, that's very high,
It
yeah.
is.
That's really high.
So, yeah, it's a loader, rubber tire, 3-yard without operator. That was the only bidder on that one, that item,
Okay.
so.
Well, I don't know if our interim, DPW person has time to, kind of check out on some of those things, but, if we're successful in getting the people on the ground and in the machines, we have to have the machines for them to use. And that one looks very rough shape. Okay, anyone else have any comments on that? We've made the vote on Williamsville Road. We're gonna do some more investigation into the Williamsville drainage, where we are with what we have for design. Okay, a traffic control appointment, this is a perfunctory thing. Shawn Puchalski is a youngster who used to work for us at DPW, I believe.
No, this is,
This is
The
The
dad,
father.
isn't it?
Oh, this is the dad?
Father?
the dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, looking for
Yeah,
the
next to
traffic
that.
control appointment. We have a motion to approve his appointment.
Yep, I move to approve Shawn Puchalski for the traffic control unit.
I'll second that.
We have a motion made and seconded to approve the appointment of Shawn Puchalski to act as a traffic control appointment. Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Waive authorization, this is a new gentleman who's hired to work for the DPW with us. He will be placed on, he's accepted the position, he is at step one. I'm sorry, he's level one, step two, $23.86 per hour. He is a CDL and construction person.
Starts today.
I
Looks like it.
move to approve the wage authorization for Tyler Goyette.
Go ahead.
At level one, step two, for $23.86 per hour.
Those in favor?
I'll second it.
Do I have a second? Those in
Yep.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. I know that there's a mechanic we have a potential mechanic, and hopeful that we'll have luck with that. Okay, old business, moving on, executive session is the next and only thing on the agenda.
Did you have any public comment? I know you came in after public comment was.
No, I'm just here listening I have nothing
Okay.
on my agenda, I'm just here as a taxpayer.
All
It's a
right.
good place to be if you're a taxpayer.
No, I'd rather be home with a cocktail and dinner.
Well, you know what though?
I haven't had
You're on your
one
way.
yet.
You're on your way. This is an unusual time. Usually you wouldn't be on your way till 8:30, 8:45.
I got 2 legs, I walked in here, I can walk out.
Okay.
All right, well, in that case, I would move to enter into executive session to discuss strategy in preparation for negotiation with non-union personnel, interim fire chief. At
6:22.
6:22 PM, and we'll come out for adjournment only.
We have a second?
Second.
We have a motion made and seconded to
Dixon,
go
yes.
into executive session for the purposes of conducting strategy in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel, interim fire chief. Those in favor?
Dixon, yes?
Marshall, yes.
Reginas, yes?